Thomas's coaches, Annie and Clarabelle, were getting on in this, but were still quite useful. Annie and Clarabelle were not like the other coaches, but that was okay. Their quaint little line didn't require bigger coaches anyway. However, one day this all changed. Thomas arrived at the platform to see it packed with people. What's going on? Why are there so many people today? It's the summer holiday, Thomas. People that want to go to the beach are going to be very full for the next couple of months. The next couple of months? Oh no. We're so full we're going to burst. We're so full we're going to burst, complained the coaches. Thomas left the top station, traveling down to the junction a few minutes later. At every station they stopped at, more people got in. When Thomas reached the junction, everyone in the coaches piled onto the platform and into James's waiting train. It looks like you've got the summer rush, Thomas, chuckled James when he noticed the worn-out look on the tank engine's face. The guard's whistle blew and James steamed off laughing. But then another voice spoke. Hello, Thomas. How are you? Very tired, sir. My coaches have been complaining about being too full. Too full, eh? I'll see what I can do. And with that, he walked away. The fat director was as good as his word. Edward arrived at the storage shed at the end of the line to see an old coach being polished off. Excuse me, sir, what's going on here? The fat director has ordered that a new coach to come help on Thomas's branch line. This is that coach. I can take it down to the branch line for you. The coach overheard what Edward said and was angry. I'm not a branch line coach. I'm meant for the main line. Not anymore, my dear. You'll be needed to help my friend out. Pah! I won't. But she had to. Edward brought the coach to Thomas's branch line. She was coupled at the back of the train. This isn't right. I was built for the main line. Ha ha, we were too. But you will soon learn our branch line ways. But Coach didn't want to learn the branch line ways. She wanted to go back to the main line. On the return journey, Coach was face to face with Thomas. You know, it's not bad. For a branch line, anyway. What's that supposed to mean? Snapped Thomas with anger in his voice. Branch lines are small and limited engines of each. An engine like you, well, you're mainline material. Annie and Clarabelle overheard this and were stunned, but Thomas's response was even more surprising. You're very correct. When I pulled Henry's train, there were hardly any delays. You see what I mean? A strong engine like you deserves to run on the main line. Annie and Clarabelle realized then and there that Coach had to go. The entire trip down to the junction was all a misleading blur to the two. Coach continued to insist that they deserved to be on the main line. The next day, Thomas sped down his branch line pretending to be a mainline engine, all at the reassurance of Coach. It was the last trip of the day, and Thomas's train was coming down the branch line at an extraordinary pace. The main line! Forward, Thomas! Forward!
No, stop the station. The points.
But Thomas didn't stop. Not until he reached the mainland. He ran over the points, and the ruckus caused Annie and Clarabelle to be left behind. Thomas raced along until he realized his friends were gone. Where are Annie and Clarabelle? We don't need those old fuddy-duddies. They're very silly. Thomas was angered by the insult towards his friends. The only silly one here is you, Thomas said, and stopping. Then he started moving back towards the branch line. No, we're going the wrong way, Thomas. No, we're heading back to the branch line. The right way. Thomas bumped back into Annie and Clarabelle, and the four of them returned to the platform. The passengers got out and muttered bitterly about bumpy rides. The guards strode up to Thomas. So you wanted to be a mainline engine, Thomas? Not anymore, sir. The main line is silly. And I thought your branch line was the most importantest part of the whole railway, and I'm not leaving it. Very good now. I think it's time we go home. Thomas wholeheartedly agreed. Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle now never leave each other's side. Thomas can think of nowhere else he'd rather be than on his branch line. And what about the coach? Well, she got her wish. She now works as a workman's hut along the main line.